Hello, everybody. Colleen here with Couture, coming in with another Christmas project tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and get my iPad going, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about this project. Let's get going here. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. Got this up. Now, okay, open. There we go. And then we'll share. And we are good. So hello, and thank you for watching. And if you're watching the replay, hello. Tonight we are going to be doing another Christmas project. And this is actually from the Target dollar spot. Sorry, I probably just got that real close to the camera. $3. But I don't know what, and I've seen this on a couple other designers' pages. I don't know what they were thinking, because they put this sticker on this side that would not come off. I mean, would not come off. I had to get a straight edge razor and literally peel it off with the straight edge razor. I wound up getting divots in it, the glue, and I didn't have any of that Gooby Gone or whatever it's called to get it off. So I literally just tried to kind of rub it and get some of the sticky off as best I could. I used our erase board, which really isn't meant for that. But and then I just actually put more chalkboard paint on it. It looks not that great, but I'm only going to use this side. So this is the side I'm going to do a project on. And then I'll just put it up against a wall so no one will ever know that this is a hot mess on the other side. And that's fine. So I wanted to come in and do this project because even though Halloween is over, you guys know I love this transfer because you can change out the design in the October. Just don't chalk that, and then we can replace it with this cute little Christmas tree, which is from the mini holiday icons. And that transfer set comes with all these cute little transfers in here that are perfect to make little ornaments, to put on Christmas balls, to make gift tags, all different sorts of fun, amazing little projects that you can do with that. So I think that what I'm going to do the background in white. And there's a reason. I think I may, let me see, where'd that snowflake go? I think what I might do to jazz this up a little bit, I think I'm going to do the color, the lines in white, and have my cute little Christmas tree here in the middle, and do that in the garden herb because that's so cute. Maybe a little yellow here for the star. But then I was thinking I might grab my silver ink and just put some of these around in silver ink on top. So we're going to see how that goes. But look, I'm finally cracking open a brand new white chalk paste. So this is what it looks like when you get it brand new. And I know sometimes we struggle getting this little lip off, but I can tell you that it's on there for a very good reason. We don't want any of our chalk paste to leak out of our jar, right? So first I try to do it with my fingernail. If that doesn't work, then I have another plan. But sometimes it will work. Just being able to grab a little piece of the edge, and then you can sometimes get it started. If not, we're going to plan B. I'll stick my nail right in there, and then we'll try to remove it like that. There we go. There's a piece of it. We'll just throw that in the trash, and we should be able to get the rest of this off. Easy peasy. So that's a plan B if you can't grab a little piece of the side there. And if that, you can just use a paper clip or a pen or something, kind of start a hole on the one side, and that will get it going. So now our white chalk paste, oh, I just made a mess on my finger here. Just get some of that off. And that washes off with no problem, the chalk paste, so no worries there. But the white chalk paste, these are organic chalk paste, and this doesn't have any pigment in it. So sometimes when you first get a brand new jar of white chalk paste, can be a little thicker than the colored ones, because the colored ones have pigment in it, so that kind of weighs it down. This actually is perfect. But if you do get a jar that looks a little stiff, just go ahead and give it a nice vigorous stir with your multi-tool, And then you've got that nice, look at that, creamy. That's what you're looking for, that yogurt-like consistency. And then you know you are good to go. Just gonna try to scrape all of that off. Try not make a mess of my white jar that I just opened. Oh, and it smells so good. Okay, we've got that open. Let's get our transfer open here. And I have used this quite a few times, this transfer. But I am going to check it to see, and I have a little white dot here. Hopefully that's going to get covered. I think it's just got a little scratch on it. So let's go ahead and remove the carrier sheet from the transfer. Just throw that on the floor. And it is still pretty sticky, but like I said, I've used it quite a few times, you can see. So I'm not going to go ahead and fuzz this one because I feel like it's got a nice, it's going to stick pretty good. Let's try to get this centered a little bit. Now, if you know, whoops, I just pressed down and I didn't mean to do that. If you notice that there is, you know, pretty big spaces of silkscreen. So for this one in particular, you really want to make sure that you've got a nice, good adhesion to your surface and no bubbles, because the silkscreen area is pretty large on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my squeegee and I'm going to try to get some of these bubbles out. And try to make sure I've got a nice tight seal here. I feel some bubbles. Oop. Let's get in there. Okay, and then another way to do this is kind of hold it at an angle, and then you can see if there's bubbles in there. And then also, all my sleeves, then also you can run your hands over it and see if you're feeling any bubbles. There's a bubble right there. Okay. So hopefully we're on there pretty good. I think I feel a little bubble right here. Let's try to get that smoothed out. And the whole reason that we use our squeegees with our, hello Eileen, I am doing well tonight. I hope you are as well. Having a great night so far. The reason that we use our squeegees with our transfers is because they're like silicone, and even though it does have a point here, this is not going to puncture the silkscreen. So if you use a harder surface, you might run the risk of, you know, putting a hole or doing something to your silkscreen area. So that's why it is really important to use the tools, you know, that Couture has, because they obviously work well with our products. So that's the whole reason for that. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Eileen. That is amazing. So I'm going to grab this squeegee, which is our newer small squeegee, and it's got a little bit more room for your fingers, and I kind of like this one. I love it for ink, but for projects like this where I need a little bit more chalk paste on here, I like it for that too. So we're only going to worry about covering the silkscreen area. I'm going to try to work kind of quickly because the silkscreen, the chalk paste will dry on the silkscreen. So we just kind of want to make sure that we're working somewhat quickly. And then what I'll do is I can do the pull down method. So once I get the first section done, I can pull this down. I think I do want to include the circle in here, so I am going to go ahead and chalk that as well. And once I get the top part done, I'm going to pull this down. You'll see what I mean in a minute, as soon as I get this part done. Okay, I feel like we've got all of the silkscreen area covered. Getting all that excess off. Okay, now I'm going to just pull down to where I chalked to. Let me clear a little space here. I'm going to move this out of the way. There we go. Now we've got some space. So I'm going to pull right from just up to that section. And when you remove your transfer, you want to apply even pressure all the way across. And I'm just going to kind of pull this a little closer to me so I can pull that down. And we're just going to take it right to there, which is where we stop chalking. Okay? So then what I do is I'm going to dry this. Try not to hit your transfer because you don't want the heat to touch your transfer where it could warp it. I see I had a little bubble right there, but that's okay. But look how beautiful the lines, the white chalk paste looks on the board. Even though it's not a Couture board, it just looks amazing on chalkboards. Love it. Okay, now that that's dry, I can just kind of plop that back down. But see here where I stopped on my circle? I just want to make sure that that's laid down there. Like that. Okay, now we can continue. And that's just because I'm a little slower with this one, so that's why I kind of stop in the middle. So I want to make sure I'm getting all the details of that circle. And then we should be able to just finish up. I can kind of make it quick work of it down here at the bottom. Okay, perfect. Oops, I did not mean to hit that. Hopefully I didn't just mess it up. I went a little too high there. Okay. I'm going to keep going and hopefully I didn't just mess that up. And one more bar to go and then we are done. Just get that corner there. And one more and we should be good to pull the whole transfer up. Now off to the side of me I do have a pan of water that I can throw my transfer right into that pan of water so that the chalk paste will start to come out of the silkscreen area when you just have it sitting in there. But then I'm going to show you how you can, the final step of cleaning your transfer. Because these are reusable silkscreen transfers. In case you didn't know that, they are reusable. You can use them between 8 to 12 times. And that, I think, is pretty good. I'm hoping I didn't really make a boo-boo up here where I just hit that. I kind of went over it again a little bit, but not too bad. So let's get the rest of this off. Perfect. I went off just a little bit here, but there's an easy touch-up to fix that. And to fix where I goofed right there. But let's dry it real quick, and then I'll show you how you can fix any boo-boos. I'll put my tools right into the pan of water as well, so we can clean those off. And then I'm going to go ahead and get the lid on my white chalk paste, because I don't want that to dry out, especially with the heat tool going. So let's put that up there. Oh, I had a little boo-boo here too. I'm going to show you how to take care of cleaning that up. It's easy peasy. I just love watching this. You're doing awesome job. Aw, thank you, Eileen. That's awesome. Yes, I do a lot of boo-boos. I have a lot of boo-boos. And that's okay. You know what? Because it washes off, right, Eileen? If we don't like it, we wash it off and we start again. But most times, we can kind of recover from boo-boos most times. Like this little boo-boo here. I just wet a Q-tip. And gone. Now for this one, I don't know. Well, I'll try the Q-tip. Sometimes what I'll do is in this spot here, I'll just take my nail and try to chip away at it. But I'll use the Q-tip and we'll see what happens. My eyesight is not the best in this room. That's why I'm hesitant to do this. So it's kind of, the lighting in here really stinks, so I can't see too well for these little fine details here. Okay, I made it look a little better. And then I had just a little boo-boo right there. Okay. I think I got most of it. Looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. I think the white lines look pretty solid and not too bad. I can still see now that I'm looking up at the iPad, I still see a little bit more that maybe I need to do right here. Oh, okay. I'm afraid to go too far in because I don't want to take away this because the lines came out so good. All right, I'm not going to fool with that. I'm going to leave it. I think I'm okay with it. Aw, Eileen, you are so kind. Thank you. I appreciate that. I enjoy it. So I guess maybe that comes across, hopefully, that I enjoy doing this every night. It's so relaxing, especially after a very long day. Working my full-time job and then coming home and get to play with chalk. Yay! So I did forget to mention that we do label the back of our transfers, because when we have finished with using them and we've cleaned them, we do want to return them to their carrier sheet. So we label them because this is the shiny side. So sticky side meets shiny side, paper side gets labeled. Okay, hope that makes sense. You just don't want to accidentally put it on the paper side, because then the sticky transfer is going to stick and not be able to come off. So it's sticky to shiny, label paper. Okay, pretty easy, I think, to remember. It is important to do that though, just because you want to get a lot of uses out of your transfers, right? I know I do. I get as many uses as I can. All right, so we're going to plop our little Christmas tree in here. Yes, it does. I'm only a hobbyist, so I don't do lives, but I love this. Isn't it just so much fun, Eileen? Oh my gosh. Yes, I have a couple hobbyists on my team too, and I love it. I love it. Just people just being exposed to Chalk Couture, whether they do lives, whether they use it for relaxation and for, you know, for being a hobby. Either way, or any of the ways, I'm thrilled with, because I just like everybody getting to play with Chalk Couture. It's so much fun. So let's now look at this. See, this is how the pigment kind of settled on the top of the chalk paste of our garden herb, but it's okay. It is my favorite pastime too, Eileen. I wish I could do it 24/7. I would. So I'm just going to stir this, and that's going to mix those pigments right back in there. Don't panic if you see that. It's okay. And you can see I'm sloppy. I have crap all around the side of my jars. That's okay too. Just get in there and give that a nice stir. And you're looking for that yogurt consistency, and that's what we've got. So what I want to do is, I'm going to try to put a little spot of yellow. I think I have yellow. I do have yellow. I actually have lemon yellow, which is probably an old, yeah, I don't think we have lemon yellow anymore. I think it's Bumblebee now. So this one is actually an old chalk paste, which I still use. And I just need this just to get the little dot on the star at the top. So let's go ahead and do our tree in the garden herb. And then we'll just put a little pop of the lemon yellow on top for our little star at the top. We do not need a lot, because this tree is a tiny little guy in here. So just taking it all the way down to the bottom. I'm just covering nice thin coat of chalk paste on here, and remove all of that excess, because that goes right back into our jar. Many projects out of these. So all that excess right back in. That's why the side of my jar kind of looks like that. So let's just grab this tiniest little tiny dot. That's all we need. Maybe just a little more. Just trying not to touch. Hopefully I have a small little squeegee in here. I thought I did. Oh, I do. There's my little guy. This is our small squeegee that I cut into thirds, just for this purpose. The other awesome thing too is our multi-tool has a great little tip to it on the one end. The one end is for stirring your chalk, and the other end is for little tiny details like this. So you could do either hi Mary, you could cut your little small squeegee, like this small squeegee, into thirds, and that works as well too. Let's throw that one into our pan of water, and then we're going to go ahead and grab both corners here. Oh, if I could get my finger under there, that would be great. And this time I'll go side to side, just so long as you're applying even pressure when you're removing the transfer. Don't want to stretch that silk screen, right? Oh, I didn't push through. Okay, here we go. I'm going to lay it right back down, because I did not put enough pressure on my yellow to get it to go all the way through. So all I did was lay my transfer back down, and I'm trying to push it through a little bit more. Let's see if that worked. Hopefully it did. Yes, it did. Awesome. So that's another little, oh, I just got my two transfers stuck together in the pan of water. Just move one to the side here. And that's okay. If they stick in the water, you're okay, because they lose their stickiness when you put your transfers in the water, and it's okay. So let's go ahead and dry this. I'm going to close up my chalk paste again so that they don't dry out when I put my heating tool on here. I'm going to dry this off real quick. Now, what do we think? Should I leave it as is, or should I come in with maybe ink, silver ink, and do some snowflakes around it? Or do you guys like the simplicity of this? What do you think? Now here's another thing that I want to try. I just thought of this. So let me grab, I'm going to try this and see how this will work. Snowflakes and silver? You got it, Eileen. That's what we're going to do. I am wondering, see the little circles? The little holes there? I'm wondering if I put a tiny, get a Q-tip. And oh, that was not a good Q-tip. Something happened to that one. Just, oh, these, hold on. There we go. I've got flimsy Q-tips mixed in there. Can you also make little ornaments by using end of Q-tip in red, maybe? Well, what I was going to do is, wait, can you also make little ornaments by using the end of the Q-tip in red, maybe? That's what I was going to do, I think, Eileen. If I'm reading, if I'm understanding, I'm going to I just wet my Q-tip. I'm just getting a little bit in here. That's exactly what I was going to do, Eileen. You read my mind. But the thing that I'm concerned about is, like I said, the lighting in here is so bad that I can't really see. Hello, Stacy. Fill in these holes. Yep, that's what I was going for. So let's see. There's one. Can you guys see? 2, 3. This is a bigger one, so that one should be easy. What do you think? How does it look with the red? With the red little ornaments on here. Coming out okay. I don't think I'm missing too many going over too far with the Q-tip. So far, so good. Oh, that one. See, I spoke too soon. I just did it there. Ah, I did that one too. The color pot. Oh, does it? Can you see it good on the camera? I think I got one more over here. Oh, 2 more. So one right there. And one right up here. Oh, there's another little guy right next to it too. Let's try and get that. Just gonna put just a tiny little spot right there. Oh, that one I did too much. Okay. Well, you know what? I'll come back and I'll just, once that dries, I'll just chip some of that off with my nail. And this one, this hole is a little bit bigger, so I think I can go a little bit bigger with the dot here. There we go. Okay. I think we're good. Oh, and that one too. You like that? Awesome. All right, we're also gonna do some silver ink stars, right? Let's do some of that. Let's try some of that. So let's get that out of the way. Let me grab my ink. And this should be nicely dried, because that's where I'm going to put the snowflakes all around. Put my sleeves up. Oh, I do have some, I already got silver ink on my fingers. Didn't even open it yet, and I already got it on my fingers. There we go. Tuck that in there. I'm still using my old 2 ounce jars. So you can see that with the ink especially, whew, a little bit goes a long way. I wet a paper towel just to show you guys that the ink will come off, and so does the chalk paste. So it's not going to stain, and it's not going to be permanent until you make it permanent. So you can mix your chalk paste and your ink in the same project, but just know that the ink is not going to be permanent, because I can't heat set this chalkboard, obviously. So So that's why it will be able to be washed off. Okay. I'm going to just fuzz this real quick because I'm going to be working on top of the white. So I want to make sure that this is nice and fuzzed. So let's do one up here. And I'm just going to kind of pull and move around and keep going and try to get as many snowflakes on here as I can. After I check to make sure the first one works, of course. Try not to push too hard down because I am working with layers here. So we always try not to put too much pressure on our squeegee. And then just get some of that excess off so that I can pick it up and I can keep moving right along. Let's grab that. Oh yeah, love it. Let's put one down here. Super cute. Love it, Eileen. We both are in the same, we're like gelling tonight. We had the same ideas. Okay, just gonna get that excess back off. Now typically when I do use ink on canvas or plates or things like that, I don't go in two different directions. I try to just go either up and down or across because it tends to prevent the bleeding. But on a chalkboard it seems to be okay. It's just when you're doing it to make it permanent on those kind of mediums, it tends to prevent it from bleeding. So that's just one good little tip that I heard. Okay. And then we'll maybe do one more down here. I'm going to keep pressing it, keep trying to get more and more snowflakes on here. Thank you for the hearts and thumbs up. I appreciate that. Okay, should we try more or should we leave it at that? What do we think? Should I get one more up here, maybe half off the board? Maybe do one right up here, kind of coming down, so it's half on, half off. I always like that look, where it's like a piece of it in the corner. Okay, so now I've got 3 up top. I need 3 down the bottom, right? Oh my goodness! All right, I gotta squeeze another one down here, so I'm gonna have this go kind of down like that. All right, thank you, Eileen. I love it. I think that the shimmering silver snowflakes totally made it. I loved it, like very minimalist too. I love that look, but I definitely like the snowflakes on here as well. I think it's super cute. All right, now I'm going crazy town with snowflakes. Now I feel like I need something over here. So I'm going to keep going. Might as well, right? When it snows, it snows. Is anybody else getting snow tomorrow? I know they're calling for snow for us here in New Jersey. Not much, I don't think. Just like, and then it's going to turn to rain. But I can't believe that it's going to snow already. It's too early for that nonsense. Don't like it. Alrighty, and one more. Now we got to make it complete here by having one more off to this side, right here, I think. And then I think I am done with snowflakes. And then I will show you guys how to clean your transfer. Might as well see the project from beginning to end, right? Awesome. Look at, I barely used any of that ink. Keeps going right back into my jar. 4 to 7. Oh, you can keep it, Eileen. No offense. I don't want it. I don't want any snow. I boo-booed again. I'm gonna fix it. The same thing. Oh, I got some on my finger too. It's gonna come off. It's not heat set. It's gonna come right off with my wet Q-tip. Where did I get these Q-tips? These things are horrible. They're so flimsy. I have good ones in my little kit here, but I also have a couple bad ones. These things stink. I mean, it's doing the job, but they're way too flimsy. I need to get rid of them. I agree. Way too early for this white stuff, Eileen. I'm not happy at all about it. If we got no snow all winter, I would be thrilled. I don't know. I kind of have a feeling it's going to be a bad winter. I don't know why. I'm just saying. I don't want to say it, but I have a feeling. Okay, I just made a mess and got it all over my fingers again. So let me grab another paper towel. It's nice working with ink and you get it on your hands. You don't have to worry about accidentally touching something, like your pillow or whatever. You can just get a little water and that'll come right off. My finger is a little shiny though, so that part stayed on, but most of the ink came off. Yeah, I'm not cold person. I don't like snow. I don't like shoveling snow. I'm getting too old for that nonsense. Okay, so here's our finished product. Our finished piece, I should say. Product. Where did that? I don't even know why I said product. Our finished piece. Super cute. I'm going to hold it up so you guys can see some of the glitter and the snowflakes. How adorable is that? I feel like it needs some words, though. It kind of needs like a ho, 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 Merry Christmas, something in there. But I love it. I love it. Thanks for your input tonight in our project. I think it's super cute. So let's get right into how you clean, okay? I mean, cleaning isn't fun, but we're still chalking in a way, so it is fun. We'll make it fun. So here's my bucket, my good old trusty bucket that I mentioned earlier that I have off to the side. I've got my transfers. Remember how I said that they're not sticky when they're in water, so it's okay. These two are touching, no worries. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to stick because they're wet. So let's go ahead, and I actually just got this today. Brand new board erasers, and these little puppies are so awesome for cleaning your transfer. So let me grab one out, and I'm going to show you, because gone are the days of having to use disinfectant wipes. Thanks, Eileen. Great job for you too. You did a great job coaching me through that one tonight. So these are our board erasers. So not only are they perfect for getting ghosting off of your boards, they are also perfect for getting your chalk paste or your ink off of your transfer. And then you don't need to use a Clorox wipe at the end, which is what we were doing for the longest time. But now that these great little doodads came along, we don't need to worry about that. We're just going to use the board eraser to get that off the front, and then I'm getting it off the back, even though there's nothing on the back, but I'm just trying to clean out the silk screen area. And then all that we need to do is let it set on our towel that I have right off here to the side to dry. And then right back onto its carrier sheet it goes. Look how nicely it gets all this paste off of here. Can you guys see that? You know, my water's turning kind of different colors right now, so it's a little hard to see in the bucket. Trying not to stretch my transfer too. Okay, probably should have gotten rid of some of my tools that I have sitting in here that keep getting in the way. Okay, that's off to the side. We can even clean our tools with it. Get all that chalk off of there. That multi-tool is so awesome. Love it. I have to get another one of those, I think. One's just not enough for me. I need to have another one so that when I've got a couple different jars open, I can stir all of them. And then we are almost done, guys. Just cleaning off my squeegees. I love that everything is reusable too. So like these are going to last you forever. These little squeegees. They are not going anywhere. And when you accumulate them and then you can cut them down into these perfect sizes, that's awesome too. I love that. Just cleaning off. Because I only have the one multi-tool, I do use these little plastic stirries to stir some of my paste. That is it. We've got everything out of here. Now I just want to go back real quick. I'm going to get rid of the excess water in here. Let's slide that back over, and we're going to slide this front and center. Oops, I got a little bit of water on that. Move them over. So I just want to double check this because I don't know. I couldn't see in the water because it was kind of murky. But I'm just going to do this one more time with the eraser here to try to get some of this, more of this chalk off. And I feel like, and it's okay that sometimes the chalk does stain your transfer on the teal section. That's completely fine. You just want to make sure that your silkscreen area is nice and clear. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm going over the silkscreen area. And now, once this is done, you just let that dry. Giving this one more go over. And then you can return it to its carrier sheet. Now, a great tip, oh, and I've got a piece of hair on my transfer. Let's get that out of there. There we go. A nice tip for getting your carrier sheet back onto the transfer. It's very easy. You want to make sure that you're leaving it dry, sticky side up. And you'll notice that in just a few minutes, it's going to bring the stickiness back. It's so cool. I love that, how it's like not sticky in the water, you let it dry and it's sticky again. Now these transfers, as I've mentioned a few times tonight, are reusable silkscreen transfers. You can use them on not just chalkboards like I did tonight. You can use them on just about any surface that you can think of. Wood, glass, burlap, canvas, paper. You can use the transfers with our ink to make t-shirts, to make pillows, to make towels. Anything that you can heat set either with an iron or in the oven, you can use with the Couture ink and our transfers. And I love that you can go back and forth. So the design that I just made tonight, if I wanted to make a t-shirt, all I need to do is substitute out the chalk paste with Couture ink. And now I've got myself a t-shirt. So let's show you how to get this on here on your carrier sheet. Because I know sometimes that can be a little challenging, especially with the bigger transfers. So what we do is, remember, shiny to sticky. Here's sticky. So the stickiness is coming back when it dries. See how that's stuck to my hand? And it still is even a little bit wet yet, but I'm going to just show you how to put this on. So shiny to sticky, paper up, okay? And then we're just going to kind of try to match it up down here. Line it up at the bottom. I don't always get them on there perfectly 100%, not like fresh out of the package. But so long as you're on there pretty good, see, I'm sometimes off a little bit, not a big deal. And then I just kind of stretch it back out, not stretch it, didn't mean to say that, like get the bubbles back out is what I meant to say. You are good to go. That is able to be used again and again on all your different surfaces. How easy peasy is that? Here's our tree. We labeled it with tree. Shiny side meets sticky side. If I could not have my fingers keep sticking to it. And then right back on, press down, and you are good. That's it. Like I said, if you take care of your transfers, they're going to take care of you, and they're going to last for a good long time. It's just, we can only say 8 to 12 uses just because sometimes people like to use our transfers on unfinished wood. And so, you know, obviously that's going to take away the lifespan of your transfer if you use it on unfinished surfaces. So that's why we usually just can guarantee 8 to 12 uses. But that is tonight's project. I will bring it back in for you all to see. Thank you so much for watching tonight's live. I really appreciate it. And if you would be so kind, if you're not currently a designer and you would like to help share the Chalk Couture love and get it out there to all your friends, I would love for you to hit the share button in the bottom left-hand corner of your mobile device. And if you're interested in becoming a member of my VIP, where I will have, I run specials, I would be happy to put you into that group. You just type VIP below. And last but not least, if you would like to do this and know that you could be an awesome designer with Chalk Couture, which I know you could, just type join below, and I would be happy to reach out to you and tell you all the goodness of becoming a Chalk Couture designer. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Eileen. Have a great night, everybody. For anybody that's watching replay, I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you later. Bye.